Welcome back to People Quickly, where we tell the wildest, weirdest, and most awesome life stories. Fast. She's been called elegant, mysterious, contentious, and one of the most private first ladies in US history. But who really is Melania Trump? Let's rewind to the beginning. Melania Trump was born Melania Canavs on April the 26th, 1970, in the small industrial town of Novo Mesto in what was then Yugoslavia, now Slovenia. She grew up in a modest apartment in the town of Sevnica. Her mother, Amalia, worked in fashion. Her father, Victor, was a car dealer and a member of the Communist Party. Melania began modelling at just 5 years old. By her teens, she was posing for local commercials. And after high school, she studied design and architecture at the University of Ljubljana, though she reportedly left after just 1 year to focus on modelling full-time. By the early 1990s, Melania began working internationally, starting in Milan and Paris, before moving to New York City in 1996, thanks to a modelling contract. It was in New York where her life changed forever. In 1998, she met Donald Trump at a Fashion Week party. He was 24 years older, already a billionaire, and very much in the public eye. She was hesitant at first, but eventually gave him her number. The rest is history. After several years of dating and one breakup, they got engaged in 2004 and were married in 2005 at a lavish ceremony in Palm Beach, Florida. The guest list: Hillary Clinton, Billy Joel, and basically half of New York high society. A year later, in 2006, Melania gave birth to their son, Baron William Trump, and also became a US citizen that same year. While Donald Trump's public profile only grew, Melania mostly stayed out of the spotlight, appearing at select events, occasionally doing interviews, and launching a jewellery line on QVC. But in 2015, everything changed. When Donald Trump announced his presidential run, Melania was suddenly thrust into the global spotlight. At first, she kept a low profile, but she gave a controversial speech at the 2016 Republican National Convention, one that drew attention for sounding a lot like Michelle Obama's earlier speech. Despite the media scrutiny, Melania became First Lady of the United States in January 2017, and the second First Lady in US history to be born outside the US, after Louisa Adams in the 1800s. Her time as First Lady was complicated. She launched the Be Best initiative, aimed at promoting child well-being and online kindness. Critics called the message ironic, given her husband's Twitter habits. But Melania insisted she was independent, and Be Best was her own idea. She kept her circle small. She rarely gave interviews. And while she played the traditional role at state dinners and international visits, she was often described as cold, distant, or enigmatic. In 2018, her now famous "I really don't care, do you" jacket, worn while visiting children separated from their parents at the US border, sparked global backlash. Was it a protest, a mistake, a message to the press? Melania never fully explained it. Through all the controversies, leaks, and headlines, Melania mostly stayed silent. Some former aides described her as calm and loyal. Others called her icy and calculated. But one thing's for sure, she was unlike any First Lady America had ever seen. After the 2020 election, when Donald Trump lost to Joe Biden, Melania disappeared almost entirely from public view. Reports suggested she wanted no part in another campaign. Yet in 2024, Trump ran again and won. Now, in 2025, Melania Trump is once again First Lady, but she remains mostly behind the scenes, skipping many public appearances and staying focused on her son, Baron, who is now college-aged. Love her or hate her, Melania Trump is one of the most enigmatic women to ever live in the White House. A supermodel, a political wife, a First Lady unlike any other, and still a mystery. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching.